Did you know that one of the first people to successfully perform a heart surgery was an African American? In fact, some sources record him as the first to have successfully performed a heart surgery. Hi, welcome to another episode of the Sankofa Pan-African series. Please support us by subscribing if you have not yet done so, because if you don't support us, we can't continue bringing you this series. Thank you. Now, the legend we're celebrating today is Daniel Hale Williams, who was born in 1856 and raised in the city of Hollidaysburg in Pennsylvania. His family, however, moved to Annapolis, Maryland, when he was young. His father was a barber but he died when Daniel Hill Williams was 9, and because his mother could not afford to take care of him and his siblings, she decided to send them, some of her children, to go and live with relatives. Now, Williams, a legend today, Daniel Hill Williams, ended up with a relative who was a shoemaker in Baltimore, Maryland. And he became apprenticed to this family member that he was living with as a shoemaker. The person he was living with was a shoemaker, and he became apprenticed to him. But he was unhappy there, so he ran away back to live with his mother, who had then moved to Rockford in Illinois. But later he went on to join his sister in Wisconsin, where he opened his own barber shop, I think maybe following the line of his father. And then although he started practicing as a barber, he very quickly became fascinated with medicine and decided he wanted to change his profession. Now, for any white man at the time, making a jump from being a barber to becoming a doctor might not have been too remarkable a thing. However, black doctors were a rarity. This did not stop stop Daniel Hale Williams, and because he went ahead and got himself apprenticed to a doctor, under whom he studied for about 2 years before then proceeding to study further at the Chicago Medical College. Now, the Chicago Medical College is now known as the Northwestern Medical School. Now, after graduating, he served as a surgeon for the South Side Dispensary. He also worked as a physician for the Protestant Orphan Asylum. However, in order to provide opportunities for African Americans who were in the medical professions, in 1891, he founded the country's first interracial hospital called the Provident Hospital. Now, in addition to offering medical care to African American patients, the Provident Hospital also started training African American nurses and even interns. Started taking on medical interns and training medical nurses in the United States, and it was the first school, to do so. To train African American nurses in the United States. It was at Provident Hospital that Williams performed the legendary groundbreaking surgery on the 10th of July 1893. He performed it on a patient who had been stabbed in the heart with a knife. Dr. Williams opened the patient's thoracic cavity without any modern anesthetic, blood transfusion, or antibiotics. He then he sutured the heart. He repaired the torn pericardium of the heart, which is the sac which surrounds the heart, and then he repaired it, and then closed back the heart and the chest, and then the patient went on to live for another 20 years. Even today, that's not a mean achievement, and he is actually credited by the Encyclopedia Britannica as the person who first successfully carried out the repair of a heart in the United States of America. Thank you once again for being a part of this journey with me. Please help us to continue to bring you our history and the lives of our legends like this by subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, liking our videos, and then also help us share with your contacts. Thank you. See you next time.